question Beckley continues. The most important question that we have to ponder around is, are a lot of people who are seemingly supporting Mnangagwa genuinely doing so, or they are forced, taking into consideration that he is the most feared man in Zimbabwe? Even during the reign of Robert Gabriel Mugabe, it was known that Mnangagwa was eliminating those perceived to be standing on his way, both in opposition as well as in ZANU-PF. In his constituency, he did not want anyone who rose to actually contest him. So I wonder whether is Patrick Chinamasa genuinely supporting Mnangagwa because he so desires, or he is forced by circumstances, taking into consideration what has historically happened to him. And we know in Zimbabwe, when things happen to a person, definitely, especially when your house is burnt in Zimbabwe, and then suspicious things are happening around you, we get to be worried. We know that there is absolutely no one who can potentially do so as a civilian to a politician in Zimbabwe, except an inside job that is usually done by ZANU-PF. Remember, in 2017, after the November 2017 coup, the mission of Mnangagwa was to eliminate perceived enemies, whom we saw that they were going to be a problem, including even some military generals. Now, post 2017 November, I think we saw a lot of military generals being eliminated. And if I can take you to, I think one of the individuals whom I'm of the opinion was also targeted was Patrick Chinamasa. He has survived in quite a lot of very, very dodgy actually incidences that could have eliminated his life. For example, in July 2021, Chinamasa survived a car accident when he hit a black dog. I think it was reported in Chronicle, where it says ZANU-PF acting Komeza comrade Patrick Chinamasa is in a stable condition and recovering well at a private hospital in Harare after he was involved in an accident on Saturday night. That is how the story was captioned. So that was in July. Then, secondly, in October 2021, a fire tore through Patrick Chinamasa's Borodale home, causing extensive damage. This was, we can actually, this incident on its own reminds me of the days of Solomon Jure, how he was actually eliminated. And it has to be pondered around who exactly in ZANU-PF was responsible. I take a story which was done by Zim Live, and it says, a fire tore through the Borodale home of former finance minister Patrick Chinamasa on Friday, causing extensive damage. The ZANU-PF Secretary for Finance and acting political commissar says he was ruling out completely any foul play after the firefighters responded to the inferno between 3:30 and 4 p.m. Chinamasa revealed that his one-year-old grandson was rescued unharmed from the main bedroom where the fire was first detected, following what he described as a boom sound. In a statement about the incident, Chinamasa said, "Thank God the child's mother, who had just arrived back from work, and the housekeeper managed to rescue the baby." So this was the second incident. Remember, it took place also in October 2021, which could have potentially eliminated his life. Now, let's get this one. Also, in August 2023, agents broke into Patrick Chinamasa's car and they stole $6,700, 20,000 liters worth of fuel coupons, and an iPad. Nobody knows what they were looking for. Chinamasa is a former minister who may have some info on Mnangagwa. So if you are looking at these incidences happening on a single person, so it was reported also on Zim Live, it says a cache of ZANU-PF documents, US 6.7 cash, 20,000 liters worth of fuel coupons, and an iPad were stolen after thieves broke into ZANU-PF Secretary for Finance, Patrick Chinamasa's parked car on Monday. This cannot be attempted by just an ordinary citizen. This can be done and orchestrated by ZANU-PF itself. In my own view, though Chinamasa in all incidences denied foul play, obviously maybe he was playing so smart. Police are investigating the theft outside Mikli's hotel in Harare. The 76-year-old parked his grey Toyota Prado outside the hotel just after 6 p.m. and went inside for a meeting, leaving the windows. And you see, these people, it is only someone who knows, who understand the schedule of Patrick Chinamasa, who can do this. Now, in February this year, the Migrants cabal invaded Chinamasa's Tsukuma farm in Headlands and stole his 4x4 vehicle, a pistol, and some house equipment. This was following Chinamasa being accused. Remember, especially I think it was after the conference where he actually poured water into the 2030 mantra. This story was reported on Pindula News. Robbers raid Patrick Chinamasa's farm, make off with master and firearm. Look at the gadgets they are taking. They are taking off his security. They are taking off his vehicle. All these should be seen as politically calculated moves to eliminate a man. These incidents cannot happen on one person within a very, very short space of time. Something fishy. Do you think this old man is okay psychologically? Especially looking, of course, he may be denying he's playing smart, by the way. He knows how things happen in ZANU-PF. He has been into ZANU-PF, most probably have witnessed some people being eliminated. So, so let me read partly. It says, on the night of February 9, 2025, it's so fresh, this one, a gang of armed robbers stormed Tsukumai farm in Hands, owned by ZANU-PF Secretary for Legal Affairs, Patrick Anthony Chinamasa. So, all these incidences happening in actually one man. So you can see, and then there is a story here. I think what paper is this? I think I'll come to the paper. It says the ZANU-PF feud over President Emmerson Mnangagwa's potential third term continued to intensify, with Justice Minister Ziambi publicly criticizing his counterpart, Patrick Chinamasa, as a lost lawyer with a hidden agenda. You getting the sense? Ziambi questioned Chinamasa's motives for seeking Mnangagwa's views on extending his presidency beyond 2030. So here you can see how the old man has actually been haunted, especially after the ZANU-PF conference. You remember, is the one who poured cold water. They wanted to actually get away with that 2030 resolution, but Patrick Chinamasa clarified the facts. When he was supposed now to rubber stamp the issue, he brought the issue of consulting Mnangagwa first, of which he said consultations have been done numerous times, and Mnangagwa said he is not interested. I don't know, because publicly we know that Mnangagwa has said that numerous times. So I don't know what they want this old man to actually say. So you can see, I think I've always put it, that it must be very, very difficult these days to be a ZANU-PF official, especially under cunning Emerson Mnangagwa. We are dealing with a president who is very cunning, very, very dangerous. He expects just you to sense where the wind is going, even without using mechanisms to detect that. If you actually point to the wrong side, where the wind is not actually blowing to, you are in danger, like what Patrick Chinamasa found himself. Now, all of a sudden, he's a darling of the Mnangagwa 2030 cabal because of what he wrote. And there is absolutely high probability for his safety that he was writing this a gun pointed on his head. Remember, he actually deleted that statement. Most probably someone might have knocked some sense to him, but threats may be kept on coming on. Why are you embarrassing us now? Why are you deleting that statement? Bring it back. So you can see the kind of Mnangagwa faction. Look at people who are actually spearheading that faction. Your Owen Mutangube. We are talking of thugs, people who have been into the Central Intelligence Organization. Very, very dangerous people. So just imagine Patrick Chinamasa, who tries to be rebellious to this kind of group. So as we have quoted, I think I like always to quote Blessed Geza. At one point, Blessed Geza said, Mnangagwa, you will realize that there is nobody who follows you, especially when we remove you. There are many people at the moment in ZANU-PF who are just pretending to be following Mnangagwa for their own safety. Because if you are known that you are not following him, remember, most of these ministers, most of these ZANU-PF officials, especially those who were targeted and fired, they were actually, their phones were backed, listened by the son of Mnangagwa on what nature of their conversations did they have on a day-to-day basis, on whether they had communicated something bad about Mnangagwa. If that was discovered, they would actually find a reason to get rid of you out of the ZANU-PF structure through the program of restructuring. So ZANU-PF is engulfed with fear. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Also kindly follow us on our social media platforms such as Facebook as well as X, formerly Twitter. We are Hlonipani Global News. Okan Ncube Umhlabane is signing off. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet on